So, what up, you guys? If you don't know us, we are Kylie and Orlando from Green Bay, Wisconsin. We're currently Global Expansion Team, and today, you guys, is our 5-year Herbiversary.
Five. Let's go.
We're excited. Orlando signed the distributor membership 5 years ago. He was at the gym, and he enrolled us into this Herbalife journey. And if you guys saw my post today, I was the skeptic for way too long. But here we are 5 years later.
I'm gonna get up in a second. Because I don't just for itch in my stomach.
Both doing this full time. So before Herbalife, you guys, I had the whatever mindset. I didn't really care what I put in my body. I didn't care the vibes I gave to people. I was sassy. But in 2 months, when Orlando came home and I found out they had a wild berry smoothie, I was like, heck yes, I'll do this. 2 months, I lost 15 pounds, and I've never felt better. I've lost 20 pounds and put on 20 pounds of muscle in 5 years. I haven't had to clock into a job in 2.5 years. I feel amazing. And for us personally, being able to give people the ability to have an opportunity to do as casual or as serious as you want to do has completely changed our life. We have a nutrition and fitness center here in Green Bay that we've had for 2 years as well. And it's super awesome to have the type of community that you all know that we're able to plug people in here locally as well.
So what got me hooked and inspired to wanting to start to pay it forward was obviously, like most of us, the personal result that I was able to get. Like Kylie said, I literally started for the discount right away, right from the gym. For those of you who don't know, my cousin is Steven, so that's our sponsor, our upline, Milt, soon to be Prez team leader. And I saw this before and after, and basically I was like, okay, whatever you got going on is what I'm trying to have going on. So like I said, I started up just for the personal discount and just to get a personal result for myself. And obviously, you know, since I had a bae at the time, wife now went from bae to wife. So that was so that was awesome, because through Herbalife, I was able to, you know, build a relationship. And I will always to this day, you know, say that Herbalife has definitely saved and changed our relationship, because without Herbalife, we probably would not be married, because the connection that we were able to build through Herbalife is honestly the most important part of my journey. On side of me being 145 pounds when I started, I was able to gain 30 pounds of muscle and drop my body fat from 30% down to 15%. The energy went through the roof. And then the paying forward aspect just kind of rippled and just kind of just snowballed after that, because it only made sense to be like, look, why not make money by doing something that you're already doing and just helping, you know, a few family and friends. And then after that, that just got too crazy. And then all of a sudden, if you blink, boom, here we are. Global Expansion Team, being a host on the call that we're super grateful for. And I am just so excited to, you know, kind of pour into you guys and, you know, introduce the guest speaker and let you guys just be super inspired this Sunday evening tonight. That's all I got for now.
So what we're going to do now, I know a lot of people had January kickoffs this weekend, or if you had something positive to share, raise your hand in the app or on your computer. But we'll unmute people down the list, and we'll go from there.
Hey guys, it's Imani out here from Atlanta in New York. Super cold. Wouldn't suggest it right now. But I had the pleasure of spending my first JKO with my upline 15K President's team, about to be 20K. What up? And it was bomb. And one of my biggest takeaways, one of the nuggets I cannot get out of my head is Super said you have to take the ankle bracelet off your mind. And what that meant for me is, like, sometimes you can talk yourself out of something. Sometimes you can downplay yourself. But you have to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to believe in yourself first before anything else, before you can do anything else. When you believe that you're going to get the supervisor, you're going to get there. When you believe you're going to get you're going to get there, because you believed in yourself and you know that you was going to do what you had to do to get the job done no matter what. Thank you.
Hey guys. Just us here from the ATL. So I'm also here in New York with the fam and listen to Super Speak on at JKO. And the things that the things that I took away, actually the very first two things that he really said was, if you want to do something to change your life, just do it, Nike. And invite everyone. And that's one thing that I'm sure I'm not the only person that when you're trying to build, especially as a supervisor and maybe world team as well, getting to active world team, you have to be able to build your downline. And that's one thing that I always forget, is that when I think about the volume that I need to move to the next level, I always think about what I personally can do rather than recruiting people to help me do it by helping them do it, right? That, and then the other thing I had was invest into your business. And that's one thing that I really enjoy, is just being able to know that you like doing the use word talk. Like, in order to talk about it, you have to be able to use it. So you have to invest in using it and being like allowing other people to do it as well. And then my very last thing is, I was actually really happy that he remembered to touch base on why he became super. I asked him, like, why did you become super? He told me I had to wait until JKO. And y'all know my name is Josh Foss. So hearing the story of him calling himself super and then realizing that he had to live up to that, that's just been constantly in my mind, because if I'm going to be called Josh Foss, then I have to live up to that. And Stephen also just touched on that. So thank you for the reminder. But that is my share. Thank you for letting me share, and see y'all later.
Yo, I say, yo, what up, everybody? So I am also in New York, Brooklyn. Some of the major takeaways that I took away from this one was, do it scared, right? We all been there, obviously. You know, if you feel like you're scared and you don't know what to do, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing right now. Another major key that I took away was you running a business, right? So obviously treat it like a business. When you treat it like a business, you don't give excuses. And since you don't give excuses, that means you don't take excuses as well. So I know obviously we make excuses for a lot of stuff, and you know, excuses may be valid, but it's not gonna help you get to your goal. So that was one of the biggest ones that I took away.
Oh, am I unmuted? Hi, y'all. Sorry, I drinking the lift off. I was falling asleep for a second. So I am not in New York. I'm actually in Southern California in the IE. My name is Kayla, and I'm really organized. So I like to highlight the notes that are most valuable to me, but also what I think is most valuable to other people. And I think for me, the most important thing, we had 15K Presidents team member Bill Garvey and 7.5 mil team Alicia Robinson. Bill went over BizWorks and how it's important to everybody at every level. I've always been curious about BizWorks, and I'm kind of arrogant in some ways. I thought I could figure out BizWorks all on my own. So I do play around with it a lot, but to be honest, I literally don't understand most of it. And I'm that type of person that I'll be afraid to ask, because I don't want someone to tell me to go to myherbalife.com, because I've already done that and that hasn't helped me. So anyway, he answered a lot of questions, and there's a lot of helpful resources, like I said, for people at every level. So there's magic in numbers, and I felt like a whole new world of the business was opened to my eyes just from understanding what BizWorks was. And let me see, I'm trying to make sure I get through this. Oh, one of my things that I put down as an intention for myself this year, and that I wrote on my notes for my intention at the event, was to master the art of promotion. I know that one of my downfalls is that I'm not that great at promoting events, because I always talk about it being a business event, but that's not very attractive to some people. And so one of the things that Alicia said is promote to what people look forward to. If you're really building a relationship with someone, you know what they look forward to in certain things, you know? And so language things when you're talking to them about what they like. And so having the relationship is the key piece of that, but then talk about the things that they like most. So that way they're enticed about what they're looking forward to already that's going to be at the event. Oh, we had a really dope panel as well. The top DAP recruiters in the region were brought onto stage, and one of them is a global expansion team member. And I really like statistics. And one of the things that she said is that 77% of the United States is on social media, which she was aligning to say that there's no way that our market is saturated on the internet yet, because there's still 7.8 billion people in the world. And of those people, we haven't even tapped into on social media. And in addition to that, don't just talk about Herbalife, like provide life value. Make sure that you're connecting with people on a real level. Oh, and then the other thing, stop wasting time on simple decisions. And this is something I had already kind of started to do, but it was in relationship to what your daily schedule is. I'm very meticulous about my schedule because I do work a full-time job. So where I fit my business in has to be organized. But even putting my clothes together the day, like the week ahead, is making sure I don't waste time on something so simple. Even like meal prepping, it's something a lot of us don't do, even though we say we do it. But it's like you really are wasting time on simple decisions. And the last thing, I promise, the transition from a PM to a distributor is seamless when you have a culture that talks about it. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
Hi guys, it's Shade. I'm here in New York as well. Came here from Pittsburgh, PA to see Super Mario 15K press. I'm not gonna keep you guys long, although I can go forever. The biggest thing I took away was you're gonna be scared, so do it anyway. And then at the end, he said, "You said President's Team, go. Don't let nobody walk back." So I'm taking that back home with me in Pittsburgh, and I'm gonna do what I need to do. I ain't gonna talk about it anymore. But I wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope you guys have a great night.
Hey guys, I'm Taylor. I'm from San Francisco. I'm also in New York, JKO. One thing that Soup said was, your tragedy doesn't matter if you're still broke. So be the proof, make your story make sense so it can inspire somebody. That's it.
Hey guys, I'm Alexis. I'm actually in New York too. Had the pleasure of hearing Super Mario 15K President's Team members speak. One quote that I got from him was, "You can't ask of others what you do not do," and that just goes back to Coach More Love. I think that's what her name is on here, but what her just basically saying, like, you can't tell people to meal prep if you're not meal prepping yourself. Like, you can't bring people into the business and tell them they have to do XYZ if you're not doing it yourself. So you have to do it first in order for them to do it as well. Act like a hustler. You always have to have a figure it out mentality. This really just took me back to like seeing kids on the side of the street selling water bottles. Like, if they can be on the side of the street selling water bottles and they're like young kids, why can't I hustle and actually be the Herbalife person in my city, which was another thing that he said. Eliminate excuses and don't put too much pressure on yourself. Be a part of the structure that you utilize first, which does the work for you. So if you're doing the work, then you don't even have to speak as much because your work is going to speak for you. The numbers are going to speak for itself. And that's really just it. Just be a hustler, have a figure it out mentality. If you don't know how to do it, you got to figure it out, because you're the only person that has your vision. You're the only person that's going to get to where you're going if you put the work behind it.
Hi everyone, my name is Danica out here in Atlanta, we're Newnan, Georgia. I went to the Atlanta JKO, and we had, I'm gonna mess up her name, Yanira Burgos. And the first thing that I heard from her was, this isn't a business about time, it's a business about consistency. And then she went on to say, money don't buy happiness, but it creates a wonderful experience. Money isn't everything, but the experience is worth it. See the potential in people, but don't pressure them. And she also said, life will keep going. The only thing that will stop is us. See your vision without regrets. Make it happen. No one has to tell you anything. No one has to recognize you. Recognize yourself and keep going. And the last thing she said was that when she gets home from like all her vacations and everything, she put her pen down and she go out and work just like a regular distributor. That's all.
All right, you guys. So we are going to stop the shares there. Now, real quick, awesome shares, you guys. With us being in the business 5 years today, I just want to end with a quick, pro tip from us is, a lot of times as you guys have, a lot of notes, you're fired up and, it looks pretty. You might got the heart next to each quote, couple stars, but the best advice that we can give you is to pick a nugget and apply a nugget and repeat. So don't put that notebook onto the side before, and just bring it back out for the next STS. Pick a nugget, apply the nugget, repeat all the way through to your next event. And I swear to you guys, wherever you guys want to be, you'll get there quicker than you would have got there if you did not do that. So what I'm going to do now is pass it over to Kylie so she can go ahead and edify our amazing guest speaker that I'm super fired up to hear today.
Awesome. So we don't want to waste any time. We want to give Miss Jamie all the time on the call. And you guys, something super cool, as you know, within Herbalife is the relationships you build. And what's cool is we plug into the 21-day challenge we do in the organization, and she does as well. And you guys, her energy off her posts is contagious. She's a leader in the page, and it's very obvious that she's growing and her energy is attracting people into her business as far as from every angle. So we knew we wanted to get her story on and share it with all of you guys so you can feel the same energy if you haven't yet. So we're going to pass the mic to Jamie for our global expansion team. We're excited.
Let's get it.
All right. Hi. I'm unmuted, right? Yes. Awesome. So first, thank you so much. I was kind of floored when y'all asked me. Y'all hear a lot of my story, so I've definitely been going through the ringer personally, health-wise, all of that. And so to have this opportunity, it gave me so much life back. I told Kylie, you have no idea what this did for me, like my soul. So thank you so much. I appreciate y'all, everybody that's on this call. I'm so grateful. And so, yes, I'm Jamie Michels, born and raised in Delaware. My entire life on the East Coast. Got to come out to California for the very first time. August of last year, traveled out here for 11 months, every so often, and then fell in love with just being over here, the vibe, the people, and so I up and left. And now I'm from SoCal, the IE, so Jamie from the IE, super fun to say that. But a little bit about me, when I got started with Herbalife, I was so desperate, but I was so inspired, but what I hoped. They always tell you when you get started in Herbalife, you're desperate or you're inspired, and I was both, but I had lost all of my dreams. I had lost everything because I just didn't think that I was worthy enough. I walked into a nutrition club, 196 pounds, 29 years old, and I had just been told a week before that I was going to be fired from my job. And most people look at me like I'm crazy. That's not allowed in corporate America, but I didn't have a high school diploma. I didn't have a college degree. I wasn't in corporate America. I was a 12-year dancer, not the ballerina kind. People kind of laugh and all of that, and I can laugh about it now, but when I said it in the beginning, like my soul was torn. I was a mom of daughters, so I've got 4 daughters. Actually, one of them's on this call right now, and it's her 17th birthday, so please give it up for my daughter right now. But it's like I was so broken in my mindset that when I found Herbalife, I didn't feel like I was worthy. Holly's fixing my face. So I didn't feel like I was worthy for Herbalife. I still don't have a high school diploma. I still don't have a college degree, but I am a CEO of an amazingly successful business that my daughters get to be a part of, that I get to bring people along with, that, you know, your journey doesn't matter, your background doesn't matter, what you do or you don't have doesn't matter. all that matters is that you have a desire to do something different. And when I walked into that nutrition club that day, never hearing the word Herbalife, never trying a shake before, the nutrition club was right across the street from the neighborhood I grew up in my entire life, and I had never even like seen it. Timing is everything, y'all. I literally had my world changed. The first thing that I noticed was the positivity, the atmosphere of just happiness and love. My sponsor, she's a president's team member in Delaware, was telling everyone how fabulous they looked, how amazing their butt was, what flavor is your favorite shake, and you know, every flavor that somebody picked was amazing. It was awesome. It was made with love, and I knew that I didn't have that. And then I tried the shake, and so caramel cafe latte with extra love, made with extra love. Everything was made with extra love. Was the first shake that I tried, and I fell in love with that then. And I knew that like this was going to be the way to save my job. I was 196 pounds. I was told, you don't lose the weight, you are not allowed to work here. And I'd been at that place, that club, for 8 years. What was I going to do? Like, how was I going to support my family? And so tried the shakes, got started immediately. I literally sat with her for 3 hours. I cried, I laughed, I joked, I cried some more, and I got started as a distributor that day. So when I got started, we didn't have like the amazing preferred member option, but got started that day, ordered an ultimate program. People noticed immediately, like instantaneously. And so first month, down 15 pounds, had like 5 clients within my first week that either worked with me or were family and friends that just wanted to support me. So, yep, so there's 1 and 2. The first one is, can you go back to the first one? Awesome. Well, this one is in the middle. So I was already down 40 pounds. But after that first month, then I lost 50 pounds in 4.5 months. And it was like the weight had been lifted off of me. I was going to save my job. And I want to repeat that again because that's exactly what I thought Herbalife was going to be. I thought that Herbalife was going to save my job as a dancer. And what I didn't realize was that Herbalife became the vehicle to free myself, to give me empowerment, and to become a CEO of an amazingly, like, you know, powerful business that I get to bring my children into. Never thought I would have abs. Never thought I would do anything. Never thought I would go out of the country. I had never been out of the country. That picture, the after picture was this past summer in Punta Cana, the second all expense paid vacation I qualified for with Herbalife. And I was just, you know, blown away. And so real quick before I get into everything else, I want y'all to say with me right now that 2019 is your winning season. Whatever has led up to today and this year, however long you've been in Herbalife, however long you've been at your pin, however long you've been trying, or however short you've been in Herbalife, or you're curious or whatever it is, that this year is your winning season and that everything attached to you wins. So like real quick, type it, say it out loud, whatever it is, touch your spouse, touch your partner, your best friend, your children, like everything attached to me wins this year. And that has to do with Team Herbalife. Like it's not just me, it's y'all. It is your winning season and everything attached to you wins. So say it and believe it. And then I want you to write this down. I heard it today from my pastor and it knocked the wind out of me. And I was like, yes. He said, your circle is made up of your future, not your flaws. Your circle is made up of your future, not your flaws. This circle right here, these people that are in Herbalife that lock arms with you and that join forces with you, this is your future. Like these are the people you're gonna ride with, that you're gonna cross stages with, that you're gonna pin, that you are going to be able to empower, that you're gonna be able to see, make a difference in everyone's lives. So like your flaws, they don't matter. You can sponsor your flaws. What you're not good at, you can sponsor that. But this right here is your future. So that's what I really want you guys to take from this, if nothing else, that this is your winning season. And so I just want to talk to you guys a little bit. I asked Kylie, can I kind of be like open? Can I give the vulnerability of the ups and the downs and all of that, of what's been going on? And she said, absolutely. So there's going to be 3 things that you experience, whether you're in Herbalife or outside of Herbalife. There's going to be the trials, there's going to be the tests, and there's going to be the testimonies. And I can tell you right now that my best day outside of Herbalife doesn't even compare to my worst day in Herbalife. I don't know where I would be and what I would do without the products. One, that's like the first thing. Without the products, what? The results are amazing. How your body feels is amazing. What you really get to like put into somebody's mouth, my children, my family, like that is amazing. So the products that's a given. But with everything else, it's going to be, powerful, right? The products are powerful, but everything else that comes with it, your best day outside of Herbalife ain't got nothing on the stuff that's in Herbalife. The community, let me just tell you, the community has been there through the best, the marriages, the divorces, the deaths, the health issues. You've got family, like biology, and sometimes biology is like not even all that, but you've got the genetics and the biology, and you sometimes think they've got to say this, or they've got to support me, or they're just doing it because they have to, like their family. But then you've got Herbalife family, and these people are strangers that don't have to. They don't have to do none of it, but they do. And over and over and over again, because you're family. And it's the strangers that become family that are going to be the foundation and like the locking of arms that make everything that we do impenetrable. If you really desire, not like I'm just doing Herbalife because I need a little bit of extra money and this ain't for me, and you're a distributor, you're not a coach, there's a difference. But if you're doing Herbalife because Herbalife, part-time, full-time, or whatever, because you believe in its like entirety, you believe in what Mark Hughes, our founder, took a stand for, you believe in the power of change, you believe in what's possible, you believe in what you don't even know you see yet, but you know that it's there or something's coming. When you have that faith, nothing and no one can interfere with what we got as family. It is the most solid foundation that you can ever imagine. So like y'all that are on this call, your team, your upline, your sponsor, your downline, your clients, your potential clients and distributors, the people you haven't even met yet, like you're here for a reason. And any time that life starts lifing, just understand it's the trials, the tests, and the testimony. You're gonna have it either way. Why not do it with Herbalife? Why not have an entire plethora of like people behind you from all over the country? Why not have an instant family the moment you take your first sip of that shake, or the first time that you talk to somebody about Herbalife or the business? Why not have the resources at the palm of your hand, no matter where you're at, no matter what country you're in? We're in 98 countries or 91 countries and plus. Why not have everything? The personal development, the financial skills, the money, skills, the personal growth within your family unit. Why not? Why not? People go to work all the time for something. Why not do it in this? Why not make you the one that's at the helm of your decision making, the how much you're going to make and where you're going to be and what kind of culture you're creating for your family. You know, I don't want to talk to you about the basics, the use, wear, talk, because the basics are the basics. Like that's it. Use the products, wear the brand, the button, and talk to people. That's simple. It's this stuff that really is why people don't think that they can do Herbalife, because they don't believe that they're worthy. I didn't believe I was worthy. I believed that I was going to be talked down to. I was going to be stereotyped. I was going to be looked at like I didn't have a purpose other than to, you know, work where I was. My child's right here, so I'm going to keep it PG. But I didn't think that I had a purpose. And then when you don't think that you have a purpose in something that means something, or you don't think that you're ever going to be able to lose the baby weight, or you don't think that you're ever going to be able to do something because you're 50 years old and you've been at the same job and you went to college and you did this, and this, but life ain't adding up to where you want to be. Herbalife gives you like the blank slate, like let's go create. So why not? You know? And then with those trials, you get to take a stand for what you believe in. So whether it's death, whether it's divorce, I got married in Herbalife for the second time, and I got divorced in Herbalife for the second time. It doesn't matter what the trial is. I lost, you know, I had two sisters that I started Herbalife with, and in the middle of it, I lost one to an addiction. And the trials are going to come. So you get to take a stand for what you want. And it doesn't matter about all the other stuff. It doesn't matter about all the other life lessons that are going to happen. I mean, I'm not exempt from it, and I'm not exempt from getting in my own head. But I can tell you that some of the lessons that came along with those trials and those tests are, you know, what's made it easy to believe it. You know, it's easy. Everything is easy if you believe it. And, you know, brings you to the tests that are going to happen. How bad do you want what you say you want during those tests? And I got faced with a ton. And I mean, y'all can, you know, raise your hand in the chat. If you've never had a test before, in or outside of Herbalife, I need to know the secret. But we know that don't happen. So the tests are going to come, and how bad do you want what you say you want? How bad do you want those results? Are you going to drink your shake every day? Are you going to do X, Y, and Z every day? Unless you physically can't do it for whatever reason, find another way to compensate for that. But what keeps you enticed is going to be different than what your why is, you know? And so I want you guys to think real quick, like, what's your why? And if you want to be so bold as to put it in the chat, what is one of your whys? Like, what is something that you do Herbalife for? Have you really acknowledged and thought, and, you know, they tell you all the time, if you're not crying and you're not like feeling the heartstrings pulled, then, you know, then you need to ask why a little bit more. Ask why until you can't ask why anymore. Why do I want to do the business? Why do I want these results? Why did I want to lose 64 pounds? Because I wanted to save my job, because I had no other way to provide for my family. But then it became a little bit more, get a little bit more in depth. Here's what I can tell you. Your why, it's you're going to do it anyway. If you're a mom and you need to provide for your kids, you're going to do it anyway, with or without Herbalife. You're going to find a way. But why Herbalife? What emotionally locks you to Herbalife? And that's where the selfishness comes in. And so a couple months back at October LDW Leadership Development Weekend, during the Top Achievers like Friday training, the first thing that was said was, be crazy with your dreams and be selfish with your why. Yes, you're going to take care of your family. Yes, you're going to retire mom. Yes, you're going to get the car that you want. Yes, you're going to have the status quo that you want, the money in the bank, the bank account, if you do the work. But what is the selfishness behind it? And I really had to it didn't take long to think about what it was, but I really had to get present to, I'm allowed to be selfish. I'm a mom. I'm going to do everything that I can to provide for my family. And Herbalife is the vehicle. But what is it that really locks me in to an emotional attachment other than the crying? What is it that's like, that's it? For me, right now, at this stage in my life that I'm in, it's qualifying for this stuff that I know I deserve to qualify for. I want to be at the vacation because I want to be in a bathing suit with banging results, being the proof on social media for other moms that are 34 years old with 4 kids that don't think that they can have abs or get back into better than they were in their 20s. I want to be that proof. I want to stand in a bikini and go, I did it, you can too. I want to qualify for all the VIP stuff. I like gifts. Who likes gifts? I like trips. Who likes trips? I like all of that stuff. I like specialized training. I like sitting next to people that are the top leaders in Herbalife. So that's my selfishness, and I'm allowed to do that. And you are too. So get real selfish. Really. Your kids, all that's handled. Everything's handled. Get selfish right here so that you can say, I'm doing Herbalife too because I want, and list it off, you know? And yes, I'm a notes person too. So I got my notes, make sure I don't miss nothing. All the stars. I got the stars, the hearts, the asterisks, the underlines, I got everything. So here's the other thing. You're going to be tested as a distributor because there's a difference between a distributor and a health coach. Who would agree? How many people have, before you became a distributor or whatever it is, how many people have been told that they've been sold a program and never talked to again, or they've been sold a program, they have no idea what they're doing, somebody at work, oh, I can get you Herbalife, you don't need to go to nobody else, you know me, and then crickets. They don't get results. They don't get nothing. So here's the thing. Anybody can be a distributor. The moment that you decide and you go on myherbalife.com, you put your sponsor's name in, anybody can be a distributor. But not everyone can be a health coach. Not everyone can care. Not everyone can love. Not everyone can pour themselves into you no matter what. Not anyone can be your friend, whether they buy products or they don't buy products, whether they decide that they want to do something or they decide they don't. You still gonna talk to that person on Instagram when they say, I want to get on a program, but then they never do? Or are you just gonna be like, shoot, that one don't matter. On to the next person that I can get money from. That's the difference. So you're gonna be tested as a distributor on how much you really do want to be an Herbalife distributor. I can guarantee that Mark Hughes, when he said a canister of Herbalife Healthy Meal is going to be on the counter of every household in the entire world, like people have coffee in their house, I can guarantee that he wasn't thinking, all I want to do is sell these people some products and then I'm walking away. I don't care about nothing else, but we're going to sell this to you, and then you're not going to have no idea how we use it. No idea. I'm not checking it on you. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I ain't got time for you. No, I'm not answering your questions. Like, that's the thing. Anybody can sell someone a program, but then all you do is give someone or multiple people, their circle of influence, ammunition on why Herbalife ain't nothing the moment that you do that. So create a culture of, I'm a health coach. I'm not an Herbalife distributor. I'm a coach. I'm your friend. I'm someone you can talk to when the ups are up and when the downs are farther down than you can even imagine right at this second. Whether you're ordering from me or you're not ordering from me. Whether you order from somebody else because you don't know any better, but then ask me for coaching. Like, I'm still going to be your friend. I might not coach you all the way because you got to, like, go through that person. but I'm still going to be there. I'm still going to be involved, you know? There's a time too. Here's one of the biggest tests. And I learned this last year, and it was one of the hardest life lessons that I've ever learned. You have to listen to learn rather than hear to speak. I was real quick my entire life to listen just enough so that I could talk back and I could tell you why this ain't gonna work, why that ain't gonna work, or what I had to say and why my opinion trumps yours. There ain't no Trump at all. It's equal, okay? So there is a difference between listening to learn and understand and grow versus hearing to speak and talk back and think you're a know-it-all. I was a know-it-all. In Herbalife, before Herbalife, and up until January of last year, I was a know-it-all. I didn't want to hear what anyone of value or anyone above me thought or whatever it was, because I thought that it was all coming from a place of you're not good enough, you're never going to be good enough, this, and this. Every story that I could rack in my brain from conditioned thinking, from, you know, everything that you're brought up with. And so here's the thing. If you want to grow and you want your business to grow, are you really listening to the people that are your future and not your flaws? Like, go back to the beginning. Like, is your circle the people that are your future? And if all y'all are doing with each other is talking back, you got the wrong circle. Wrong circle. So if the people that are you know giving you advice and the people that are saying X, Y, and Z to you, whether it's a nice way, because here's the thing, you can't control how nobody is going to say something to you, but you can control how you absorb it and how you retain it and how you use it. So here's the thing. The moment that somebody says something to you, zip, it might take everything in you. Literally. I was offended so much in my personal growth, and still do, but I was so offended, so irritated, so like on edge, ready to just pounce with everything. And then it got to a point where it needed to be, Jamie, shut up and listen. Be quiet. Take in what's being said. The people that are saying something to you are higher or make more money or go places and do things that you've never done or you don't have. And so if you want to get there, shut your mouth and listen. Why on earth did it take me 33 years to get that concept? And so I'm going to apologize in advance for this, because I really don't, I don't want anybody to be offended by the picture that you're going to see, but I want you to see the mindset of where I was last January or last February. I see this picture now and I cry for the girl that thought that that's how you're going to succeed in life, with people, with family, with your children. This picture on the right was June of this year, at like on my way to Cali STS, the Success Training Seminar, qualified VIP. The woman that is in this picture on the left side, I don't even know who she is anymore. I went through so many trials and so many tests and so many things and burned so many bridges as that woman that I didn't even know, coming, you know, full circle, that the woman on the right was even going to be possible. And I was in Herbalife. I was in Herbalife as that just bitter, angry, nasty, vindictive, like just ball of frustration ready to explode. I was in Herbalife like that. Who wants a sponsor like that? Who wants a coach like that? Who wants anything like that? Who wants a mother like that? My daughters were so on the back end. But the other woman is totally different. And I'm so grateful for the leadership that decided, and you can take that down now. So I apologize if that offends anybody with the finger and the whole 9 yards. But I'm so grateful for the leadership that told me, be quiet. I'm so grateful for the leadership that tested me and retested me and continues to retest me, because your tests are going to be tested over and over and over again until you retain what you're learning from the test and then put it into action. Exactly what you said in the beginning of this. Take one piece or two pieces from each event and put it into action. You're going to still be tested on the same things, asking, why me, why me, why me, why me? Why does this keep happening when you're the reason why? Get clear on you are being tested because you haven't learned yet. If the same thing keeps coming up, you're losing distributors, it's you. If you're losing clients and you don't have reorders and retention, it's you. If you don't have personal growth and you're repelling everybody away from you, it's you. It really is. I literally, right in this, that period of the anger and the frustration, I had a guest speaker at an event say, if we win, it's because of y'all. If we lose, it's because of me. And I was like, dang, it's me. And you might have to say it's me quite a few times throughout your business and redirect where your energy is and redirect what you're doing. Continuing to use their talk, continuing to attract what you want to attract, but learning what I'm doing now is not what's going to get me to the next level. And so I'm going to need to retain some of this. I'm going to need to duplicate the positive, because if they're winning, it's because of them. It's because of those people in your organization. It ain't because of you. You are not the queen and you are not the king of your own castle. Another lesson, another test. Do you think it's you? The only thing that you did was give them your ID number so that they had an opportunity of a lifetime. You did not do nothing else except give them a 10Y and an opportunity of a lifetime. If you build a relationship, that's totally different. But everything else has to do with your team, building relationships, your team having results, your team learning and growing. And if y'all lose, you're the head of that. What are you doing that's not trickling into success within your organization? One thing that's been going on with, within my church, and whatever your faith is and all of that stuff, whatever your higher power is, PD, whatever it is, utilize it. And I really just got back grounded into my faith. And the whole motto for this year is supernatural success. If you want supernatural success, you're going to need to start being that. You're going to need to start putting that energy into what you're creating within your clients. You need to be super at everything. Just, if you want everything else, you can have the natural part of it. But when you add, and my pastor said, when you add the super to everything, when you add the supernatural success, it makes your winning season and everything attached to you win, because it is all being filtered into unstoppable, unshakable trust and belief. And there's nothing else that you can have but success when you've got an army of people that are succeeding with you based off of foundational principles. So utilize that in Herbalife lingo. Like you can take it out of the church, put it into Herbalife. You want regular success or you want supernatural success? Because I'm trying to have like whatever's after Founder Circle. They need to call it like the stratosphere or something, the stratosphere pin. Because that's what we can have, unlimited success. And so let me make sure I'm wrapping up right now. What I want to leave y'all with is the mindset of your success this year is, and I wrote it down just so I didn't get it wrong. Your success this year is determined by how you strategize and execute your plan. Like that is what you need to focus on right now. What is your testimony gonna be? I can tell you that last month was my worst month in business in 4.5 years. I was in my bed with breast health issues for 3 weeks. The worst of the worst started in October. It actually started 10 years ago and then surfaced in July, right when I moved. Tests, moving cross country with my entire family, starting business out here and getting started. Bam, hospital after hospital visit, doctor's appointment, oncology, breast surgeon appointments, the whole 9 yards. I was literally just there the past 2 days, Thursday and Friday. But what I can tell you is, once again, my best day before Herbalife don't come close to how amazing my worst day, week, month is in Herbalife. Last month, physically, I went through hell. I'm still going through hell. But mentally, with the challenges, with my family, with y'all, the whole 9 yards, that mentally keeps me going. And so I want you guys to just understand that you get to determine everything. You get to determine how easy or how hard it is. You get to choose your mindset of it's easy, it's easy, it's easy, and say it until you believe it over and over and over and over again, because it is. Like, it is so easy for you to say, I can't do Herbalife. I can't do this because of this, and this reason. I'll never get these results. It flows out of your mouth so easily because of what our minds are conditioned to. But isn't it equally as easy to say, I can lose 64 pounds. I can reach, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $80,000 a month. We got people in Herbalife that are earning hundreds of thousands of dollars in Herbalife, and they are no different than me or you. No extra skills. They didn't come from some crazy planet that makes Herbalife like distributors special. What they did was they decided that the mentality was it's easy. They decided that it was going to be open-minded or narrow-minded. They decided it was going to be intentionally mindful or constantly reminded of, I'm not going to do this. You get to choose what your mindset is. And if your mindset becomes it's easy, watch how effortless everything happens. Stephen, decide you're worth it and decide that anything you set your mind to is going to be easy. So I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful to be able to do this call. Y'all fire me up, like the chats, the groups, the challenges, all of that stuff. You're my lifeline, and I'm so glad and grateful and happy and every other word that you can think of, that my sponsor said yes to give me an opportunity to say yes, to give my daughter that's sitting right across from me, who's 11 and a half years old, the opportunity to say yes. And she tells me all the time, I can't wait till I turn 14. I can't wait. Imagine what that gets to do for your generations and your legacy. So thank you guys so much. And I am all yours for questions or whatever else that you have. Thank you, Kai Lando, because that's originally how I knew you. Kai Lando, thank you so much.
Awesome. No, thank you. We truly appreciate that. And I can say that we really felt how good you feel to pour into us and to release, you know, whatever you had to release. And I'm always a true believer in everything happens for a reason. And for us to, you know, be able to reach out to you and it be, you know, a moment of where, you know, you needed it. I feel like that's why Herbalife is just so magical in every single way. So thank you for that. It's cool to see, like, literally as you were pouring into us, how you said that, you know, you're currently going through the trials right now. But what's cool is that you're living proof that, you know, I wrote down the triple T's. I wrote the triple T's is what I'm going to call it. The trials, the tests, and the testimonies. That's just super impactful because, you know, that's in super correlation of exactly what Herbalife is. If you want to grow, you know, through this business and grow to the top, like, you got to use those 3 triple T's, baby. So
They come in either way.
Yes, exactly. I love it. I love it. So thank you so much for pouring into us. I personally also really love the fact of you mentioning the listen to learn rather than to hear to speak, because that is so powerful. I don't even got to touch anything else on that. Hashtag read it again and you guys will figure it out. Okay, so what we'll do right now is open up the line to give a few thank yous or shares or even questions for Jamie, and then we'll head out after that.
All right, there's someone unmuted. There you go.
Wonderful call. I love all the family time. I'm Technisha from Atlanta. Definitely what stood out to me the most is, what am I doing that's not trickling success in my organization? So that's a lot to really to reevaluate yourself. And I guess it goes back to the fact of what I've been learning of who am I, not just a mom, not just a sister or aunt, but who am I really, to reevaluate myself, because I do another business, but I don't think I just put enough of my energy into Herbalife. So that really made me ponder, especially, Jamie, when you mentioned that, I got to the mindset like, dang, maybe I should just put it on pause. But I'm like, no, you know what? I'm not going to put it on pause. I'm just going to work harder. It is easy. Don't make things complicated. They don't need to be complicated. And as they mentioned, the part about listen to learn and grow, here to speak back and think you're a know-it-all, that really did some justice for me. And I love the part about, if you win, it's because of y'all. If we lose, it's because of me. So if we all fail, then it's because I'm not doing something right. So I just got to get on my grind, stick to my personal development, get out my own way, of course, and just keep positive.
Yep. Thank you so much for being on.
Anybody else? We got a few minutes.
I would like to say something.
Sure, go for it. I didn't see who that was.
Hi, I'm Ashley in Atlanta.
Okay,
perfect.
Here you
go ahead.
Yep, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ashley in Atlanta. I'm on 17. I really, really, really needed that message tonight. Dealing with health issues as well. I was kind of using it as a crutch for the longest. I developed kidney disease, so I suffer from a lot of fluid retention and just a lot of up and down moments. And just by her showing up showed me that I can show up and just keep going and keep moving forward. So a lot of the things I can't even just pick and choose. I took my notes, but I can't even pick and choose what really stood out the most, because basically I felt like she was preaching to me tonight. So I really, really appreciate you guys for having Miss Jamie speak on this call, and I'm really, really thankful that I did get on this call, and I'm really glad that my coach stressed to me from the beginning, don't miss a call, because you never know what you're going to need, and right. Tonight proved that. So I'm really thankful, and just know that helped me to know that I can keep going even through my illness and everything, being a parent, everything. I really, really heard your message and I appreciate it.
Thank you. All I can tell you is my daughters have seen me a bawling, snotty mess, like breaking down on the floor, like bare chested because I hurt so bad. But then they also see me laying in my bed, talking to clients, placing an order, and knowing that we have an opportunity to do something wherever we are, in a doctor's office, in a hospital bed, feeling the worst of the worst. They get to see that, and you guys get to do that too. So it don't matter what we going through. We can do Herbalife from anywhere.
Hey everybody.
Hold on, let me mute.
Sorry, we're in the same room. I just wanted to acknowledge Jamie because just being with her and seeing firsthand what she's going through, I have seen her literally in tears because it hurts to breathe. It hurts to move, and I can't hug her because it hurts. And then I see her sitting here, and I'm in her client chat, and while she's in tears, she's literally putting in her client chat, like, everybody tell me what was the highlight of your day. And she's pouring into people, and she's sharing love, and it's mind-blowing. And I personally am someone who has always played the victim role with myself and made a lot of excuses and thought more about what I don't have than what I do have. And then just being around her, especially these last couple weeks, the way she is, this light that she's been on this call, this is literally her every second of every single day. You would have no idea that she's going through anything.
Oh my God.
I'm going to come hug you in a second, but I just wanted to tell you I love you and you're amazing. And I just wanted to say thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for that share. And I think that's really powerful to end on that,
Yes.
especially for all that she poured into us. And really as Orlando said, for even for me to speak on it as well within this company, everything that you're going to grow through, it really taps into the person that you truly are. And it shows how strong you are. And it's very obvious how strong Jamie is. And as far as being able to pour out her heart to all of us, to all implement into our life, because life is happening to everybody at all different levels. It just proves how strong you are and how bad you want it within this company, because anything is possible. And Jamie, you definitely push that belief. If anyone was doubting any type of belief that you had within anything, now, and it's about to be an amazing, powerful week. For all of us. So if we don't have anything else, I'm going to unmute the line and we're going to say goodnight.
Yes, everybody. I need y'all to say it. Unmute the line. It's our winning season. Everything attached to us wins.
It's our winning season.
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 Yes, yes.
It's our winning season.
It's our winning season.
Our winning season. Yo, I say yo.
It's our winning season.
It's our winning season. Let's get it, y'all.
Hey.